I had to choose a topic. Today is going to be cost of staying the same. A lot of people talk about the cost of change. You know, what's going to happen if I decide to make this change in my life or change nothing, but nobody talks about the cost of staying the same. And I like to relate this to investments, right? So like if you think investing in the stock market or anything like that is risky, this is a saying I got from, I think it's Zig Ziglar maybe, or one of those guys. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the bill for not investing. And same goes for personal change. You know, you think change is risky or making this thing, let's not even say risky, uncomfortable, right? It's very easy to stay the same. And like I've always told you guys, I preach from a place of like making major changes in my life. As of 4 years ago, I was 320 pounds from the outside looking in, relatively successful in real estate, but inside, well, was wildly unhappy. So for me, the cost of change or the cost of staying the same, let's be quite honest, like if I were to not to change my life, who knows if I would even be here today. Like I was high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high everything. Like there was nothing that was great about my current lifestyle. And what I hid behind back then was like I've always been big and muscular, like I was a power lifter in my 20s. So, you know, when you can bench 405, being overweight, you don't really see it as a big deal because you're big and you're muscular, and you know, even people from the outside are like, man, that dude's big. Well, what you don't see is like the amount of unhealthy body fat, visceral body fat that I had, and that all of my markers were just way off. So for me, the cost of staying the same, it's hard to really quantify because maybe at this point I would be diabetic, had a heart attack. I mean, I don't know, fill in the blank, right? But what was the cost of me changing? It cost me nothing other than effort and just deciding that I wanted to make an impactful change in my life. So what do? The first step is just like identify the problem, right? Here is the problem. Okay, what is the solution? From there, a lot of people think you have to go from 0 to 100, and you don't. You have to go from 0 to 5. Then you go from 5 to 10, 10 to 15, then you go 0 to 20 miles an hour, and that's how you slowly build momentum. You just don't, a lot of people, you know, I've heard somebody else say this, going from 0 to 100 is the person that's like, and look, I respect it, right? I think I've probably done that in the past where it's like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to hit it hard, but I've been sitting on the couch or been sedentary for like the past few weeks. I go to the gym and I just go all out. And for the next 3 or 4 days, I'm too sore to go back to the gym. It sucked, it hurt, and I put myself out of commission basically for days because I went too hard, okay? Really what I needed to focus on was just movement, just basic movement, just getting out and walking, okay? Then you get it up to a walk and a sprint and a jog and so on and so forth. So the real question, again, is not what is the cost or what's going to be required of me to make a change in my life. What's the cost if you do nothing? What is the cost if you do absolutely nothing to change something in your life that you know you need to change or modify or improve? What is the cost of doing that or not doing it? And remember, I always say this, whether you decide to change or not change, that's still a decision. A lot of people think they can just stay safe and just stay in the middle and be like, oh, well, I'm just not going to do anything. Or I know what I need to do. I'm just going to choose not to do it. That in and of itself is a decision. You are deciding to do nothing about the current circumstance that you're in or whatever you need to change in your life. It could be business. It could be family. It could be physical. It could be mental. It could be spiritual. It could be anything. Okay. And I'm not here to dictate what that is for you because I don't live your life. And I don't know anything about your personal circumstances. The only thing I do know for sure is that the cost of doing nothing and staying the same. I mean, dude, what if it all works out? What if it all works out? What if you lose all that weight? What if you make this change in your life and things are rapidly improving? And like, that's the real what if to ask, right? It's not what if I do this thing and it doesn't work out? What if it does? What if you go for it and you get it? Or even if you don't get it, it's the pursuit of the thing, right? For me, it's not about anything other than becoming the type of person that can acquire these sorts of things that I want out of my life. And for my physical fitness, it's not necessarily about the look. Yes, I want to look healthy and I want to look lean, and I'm going to keep, even though 75 hard's over, I'm going to keep going because I have a goal of 235 by the end of the year. But it's not necessarily just about the weight, and it's not about what I see in the mirror. Am I going to be proud of the thing I see in the mirror? Absolutely. But it's what I'm far more fascinated in the type of person I'm going to become that attains that physique, or the type of person I'm going to become that attains that level of financial financial freedom. So it's not about the thing itself for me. It's about what is the pursuit of this thing going to do to me? How's it going to change me personally? I've heard a common saying from one of my motivational speakers that I like is try to become a millionaire, not for the money, but for what it will make of you, for what you will become. What type of person will you become by deciding to change and deciding to go after this thing? That's the real question. The real question shouldn't be making the decision to change nothing. The real question should be, what is going to happen when I make this change in my life and pursue this thing that I know I need to go pursue or I should change? That, my friends, is called potential. And potential is almost unquantifiable. Even like I just finished 75 hard yesterday. My self-confidence, my self-esteem, everything is like really ramped up. But there's really no limit to that either. There's no ceiling to that. You can, like today, I'm even more proud of myself because even though I'm not on the program, I've still been eating clean. I went to the gym this morning and got 45 minutes on the elliptical machine, and I'm going to go for a walk as soon as I leave work. So I'm not going to count it as a day towards phase one. It's just I'm in the groove, so I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to feel better about myself tomorrow morning than I did this morning. So same goes for you. It's a thing that's not talked about enough. And I don't mean inflating your ego in an arrogant way. I mean the positive benefits and attributes that you're trying to get out of life is only going to be on the other side of this change that you're deciding whether or not you're going to do or not. So the real question shouldn't be, again, what if you change nothing? What's your life going to look like 5 to 10 years down the road from now if you choose to do nothing? I can save you some time. It's going to be like the last 5. And I got that saying from somebody else too. But what's going to happen? What's your life going to look like 5 to 10 years from now if you decide to change? What if it all works out? That's the real question. Love you.